erratic petrol situation, Nigeria's National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) has lamented the increasing instances of petrol smuggling across Nigeria's borders, which it estimates at an alarming 42 million litres per day.
They had no clue that my team and I are journalists. We approached them like people who really wanted to learn the trade of fuel smuggling. Both the smugglers and uniformed men were willing to teach us the ropes. I successfully smuggled 10 liters of fuel across the Nigerian border into Benin Republic. I was introduced to retailers who bought my products. It was shockingly easy, and it got me worried about how porous and fragile our borders are.
We begin our journey from a petrol station in Badagry, Lagos State. We observed a continuous flow of people who show up with plastic jerrycans in sacks from morning till night. Petrol stations around this area receive a lot of patronage from people from the neighboring Benin Republic. Retail smugglers like this just hide their products in a sack or carry them on like foodstuff. Our reporter, pretending to be a businessman, spoke to Sahid, one of the smugglers.
No, say there's no transfer of goods. No going on and coming in of goods anywhere. So
now we have for now only for a foundation.
So as that don't go now, no say for border area. So people are not led to that extent. You have to think of what to do. If one way is blocked there, another way will be open. That's the first thing to do the tank.
Okay.
If you do the tank, me and you go, and the person.
Okay. Okay.
So we go like 2 times, 2 or 3 times. So we see how the thing they go. There's no hidden something there.
Sure.
So you get to police station, you will buy a full of tank. So if you get house, when you come back, so go do the fuel for keg. Any keg will come out, you go divide them. Then we multiply, know our gain.
Okay.
So here's the boundary. That's the,
Okay, now boundary with this.
Yes, that's the pillar.
Okay.
Between Nigeria and Benin. So just man that was talking to me there now, they are the one that we use head.
Okay, that man.
So they have to use head and carry the fuel. Go and make it down up there.
Okay, now this is the path.
Yeah, here's the path. So this is where they pass. So there's a river there.
Okay.
Near that place. So
they will not use this and carry.
they use it and transport it. So, but anytime we carry the fuel, because we just wait here. So the man will carry the keg and the money come. If the moment we are coming from over there, as just this chance like this, before I go inside cake, we put out for cake. So we just kind of. But short now, I just want you to know how the thing just go. But make the motor just come. Yeah.
And this side, I don't need to stop people now.
No. No.
So far, nobody.
On a separate occasion, our reporter met Akim, another smuggler, who took him to see a thriving smuggler who generously broke down the tricks of the trade.
Okay, passenger.
Business ọ̀nà kejì ní tí mo sọ pé wọ́n máa ń ṣe kan òní pass. Pass yẹn ẹ máa ra epo bẹ́ẹ̀ ní big dad lọ́wọ́ big dad mọ́tò yìí Camry ò lè pè.
Kò lè pè bá.
Ẹ̀yin lè gba mọ́tò. Big Daddy yẹn ó máa ń kó 100 keg.
Big Daddy.
Bá kó 100 keg yẹn àmàlàgbà pass. Ẹ̀wọ̀n pass yẹn ó ní ẹ̀wọ̀n tó máa ń gbé. Wọ́n bá ti gbé àwọn yẹn máa gbé àti dé Àdégúnlẹ̀. Wọ́n bá ti dé Àdégúnlẹ̀ ẹni tó máa gbé láti bẹ̀ wọ́ bèbè. Ṣàyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ṣe ìwọlé ẹ̀kan náà lórí mọ́tò kan wọ́n máa rí 30,000. Lórí ìyẹn ní tírípù kan ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀gbẹ̀lẹ̀ tó mọ́ ẹ̀ lè lọ méjì ẹ̀ lè lọ mẹ́ta àmọ́.
Páàsì yẹn ta ló máa fún yẹn?
Ó ní kọ́sọ̀mù ó ní ọ̀gá ó ní ọ̀gá pé ẹ̀yà mo ní ọ̀tọ̀ méjì o aṣàkó náà bẹ́ẹ̀ jáde fún yàn. Ìjọba ilé òtún ẹ máa pè wọ́n á tó wà ilé òtún àwọn tó táìmù fún ọ ẹ̀yà ẹ máa gba páàsì ẹ máa fún ọ lówó ẹ máa jáde ẹ ní ọjọ́ gbé mọ́tò ẹ̀kan jáde bàtà tẹ̀lé kí ní mọ́tò jáde lẹ̀ nígbà kan 60 something ìsinsìnyí 60-70,000 ló ń gbé trip kan ẹ máa gbé ẹgbẹ́ kọ́sọ̀mù ẹni kò sí kò tó kàn nípa ní kọ́sọ̀mù orúkọ ẹni ẹlẹ́mà dá láti owó dé títí dé ọ̀dọ̀ pàwọn àmì lọ́nà gba pàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ yìí láti ibẹ̀ ẹ máa pẹ́ ní máa gbé ìwọ bébì yẹn ẹ máa dọ́jà lẹ̀ ọmọ ara lọ́wọ́ ilé kan náà. Ìkẹta ẹni pé tóníkẹ́kì yíyọ ẹ tọ́ máa pé ẹ máa lọ owó dé ẹ máa lọ ẹ máa bọ̀ ẹ máa mẹ́nu kan mọ́ra kọ́sọ̀mù scope ní ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́sọ̀mù gbà lọ́nà pé ẹ̀rẹ̀ kó sínú ẹnu kẹ́ẹ̀kì nínú táǹkì nìkan ni ẹ̀kú táǹkì wáyé èkó méjì ẹ máa bọ̀.
Wọ́n lè ṣe extra tank sí.
Ẹ máa ṣe extra tank ẹ máa wá owó ẹ̀ẹ́dàgẹ́ ẹ máa wàhálà yẹn máa pọ̀.
Ok, àwọn náà máa bọ̀ àbí.
Wàhálà yẹn pọ̀ because tí wọ́n bá ti gbé ẹ̀ka àkọ́wọ́n ní mọ́tò yìí disturb náà máa pọ̀ ó tó mọ̀ bà lọ́wọ́ yìí tẹ́ bá padà tajà ẹ̀ ní owó. Wọ́n bí gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ káyọ̀ ní bíjà lọ́wọ́ ni ẹ̀ máa gbádùn iṣẹ́ yẹn gan.
Ṣé ìyẹn lè ń lò ẹ̀mí?
Ìyẹn náà wọ́n yẹn nílò oye ẹ̀ máa gbádùn ẹ̀ gan. Ìyẹn náà bá ṣe náà bá lọ ẹ̀mẹ́jì kò lè wọ́ọ̀sì kí má lẹ̀ méjì kí má rí èdè 60,000 jọ̀kọ̀.
On a separate trip to Owode Apapa, our reporter met some uniformed men who were willing to also help him.
So you know what's going to happen? He said they play Owode wewe. They play Owode wewe. Ijiroko. See, now I'm not saying you should carry for you. I don't want. Why I come say I want to test, just move around, see for myself. Forget it, like it's your business. I know it's your business. So if it's your transport, I'm going to pay your transport. You are making an arrangement for the new year. If it's something I can do, fine. If it's not something, but if it's your own money, forget it.
Or for the fuel or for the ice. For the fuel, have it?
Just to test.
For the fuel.
Move around. So. No be to carry fuel. No be to use for you to carry fuel. You know they carry fuel. Na just me and you dey go.
Let me let you know. From here to that side. Na here they buy fuel go that side o. Na here fuel no dey that side o.
For the local side.
Fuel no dey o. Na here they carry fuel go that side. And again, people wey dey do the work, person wey get him own motor, person wey get him personal bike, and then they do the work too.
I know, we fit link up with those people now. Just small, na just experiment this thing.
Let me call somebody for
No, that's not
so.
No,
Sabi drive.
that's not what I want to do today.
Somebody that will find motor wey will do that. Say no Sabi drive.
That's not what I want to do.
If you say Sabi drive motor, that will say go pay you well. Go pay you well.
See what I want you now help me to buy. I don't know if you are very busy. Are you very busy? It's business now. I just want to carry me around. It's not like no. What I'm saying is that maybe he can carry me through the same border. It's not, we are not carrying fuel. We just
go and loot the road.
Yeah, and that, just to experience the market more, and then it's not like a big deal. It's just after money. Do you have any concern?
I don't carry go semen. You don't carry go semen.
I don't go meet King before.
I go semen now. Go meet Monday where they cross. And again, the work, midnight work. Midnight. Midnight, people they do the work. But they say I'm being successful on midnight. You go no custom. You go no custom. You go no police. You go no cowboy.
Which one is cowboy?
Cowboy. People when they follow police work, when they follow custom work.
Okay, all those guys.
All those guys. You know them. So when you want, I want to know them now. I ain't gonna know them now. If it's not say your mind won't do the work, when you don't carry the work, give motto, maybe full motto, or deeper or half motto. You go there in the front. You go there say, "Organa my work, take. Organa my work, take. Organa my work, take." You go use money do am like 1 week. When they don't know you, next time if you won't go there, if na 500 I'll give 1 point. If you give them 300 and they collect, now they will still know them. So when they don't know you finish, you can carry your load, send that to a driver, say, tell the police or say, now my work, so name. They will say make you pass, later you go settle them. That's why they do the work. But you go get your own motor personally.
I make a name for that one.
He also ran into these women who are smugglers. Having been advised to get a car and construct extra fuel tanks in it, our reporter also went in search of a mechanic who helps smugglers configure their cars into vessels.
Okay, baby. Okay. Baby, I'm running. You take the one more. Who can call you by one in Salem?
You thank you. Tabashi, Omagba Mary.
Mary, have
Keg Mary. Mama Jambe.
That's like
that is 30 liters. Mary.
That's 120 liters.
I will do that.
That's illegal. If you're in line, so I'm yellow. That's illegal. Okay.
So I know. Woman got do
okay.
So
you don't make a share job.
You pay. I need a passport. Tí kò bá sí tíwájú yẹn bẹ̀, a lè fàjọ́ méjì ṣe méjèèjì.
Tẹ̀yìn àbí?
Tẹ̀yìn àti kíkàkì yẹn.
Okay.
A lè fàjọ́ méjì ṣe méjèèjì.
So bí èrè ń ṣe?
Béèjì ẹ̀ àgbà 40,000.
40. Ṣé last price máa ṣe fún mi ni? Bó ṣe mọ̀ yín náà ni ẹ ṣe customer fún mi.
Armed with all this information, our reporter was ready to smuggle some fuel. He got in touch with this man who claimed to be a former soldier. He showed him where and how to buy the fuel.
But if you want, maybe we use this one and learn. I will go send this one for your face, you will see. This one I want and I buy. Now one and I dey full
19. Okay.
But if I say myself all of them finish,
You don't go come back.
I don't come back. I'm going to buy fuel again. So I go sell fuel 3,000, 2,003. You see how much get away there now? 400.
Yeah.
But you say I buy a gallon like this now, you don't say you don't go drive them. You just sell all of them, come back. That's okay.
And they embarked on their first smuggling trip. They drove past several customs and police checkpoints, bribing their way through with 200 naira at each stop. Here are scenes from police checkpoints during subsequent trips with the same man.
No better.
Oh yeah, look at that. Last time I will bring her down now. 200.
Samo.
If you stop, no hold it, go stop for you. Yeah? You no go run, or you give me change. Me and they stop. Brother, give me change. Yeah, why they do like give me change? Nah, why nah? Oh go.
Before you reach there, don't pay tax.
In the pictures you are seeing, our reporter went past this customs checkpoint with 10 liters of fuel. Coincidentally, they ran into an officer attending to people who couldn't pay the bribe they requested. Each time they got to Benin Republic, buyers of their products were already waiting. Here's how the products get sold.
The price not the same every day. Like today I come down. Now last price now day like this. Tomorrow if you go up.
How much is it today?
Today now 1 they sell them.
How did they measure? Okay, okay, this is now 1.
1,001.
Okay.
For today. Sometimes it be 150. Sometimes it be 1,002.
How many liters did you see?
Now 5 liters.
There is another illegal route one can take through Idiroko, Ogun State into Benin Republic. It's a favorite for smugglers, but heavily manned.
Okay, mo fẹ́ wọ convenience náà.
Once they all get their share of the bribe, smugglers can take their products in. Here's a retailer from such smugglers. This is a 2-liter seal going for 250 naira per liter.
How many times? Okay.
Not all routes used for smuggling are by land. Residents of border communities between Idiroko and Benin Republic also travel by boat to Inyafin in Badagry, Lagos State to buy fuel for resale. Our reporter got on one of such boats moving smugglers. Once they got to the shore, it was time to go searching for fuel. At the border town of Ikom, named after the Ikom River, which flows into neighboring Cameroon, there's a thriving fuel smuggling business overseen by an association called the Nitrate Union. Our reporter, who posed as a businessman, was shown the illegal routes used by this cartel and how the trade works. It's a nocturnal business, and hundreds of jerry cans and drums are stored away in warehouses during the day to be loaded onto boats at night for safe passage into Cameroon.
You can afford for night.
No, 4 o'clock. How many jerrycans of petrol? About 3,000. 3,000. No, it will carry up to 4,000 rubbers. It's a big boat. Carry up to 4,000 rubbers. Yeah, they are using drum to come. Someone that has that drum there.
Here's a secret recording with a petrol attendant involved in the business.
When they do they know they're in and out. When something is to happen, they know one to run to.
You say they give receipt, huh? Okay, they give receipt to their members at the filling station.
Go to their office, remember. If you want to come fuel, you go to their office, go to their fuel, chairman will give you receipt. You approve it. So go and work. But if chairman don't declare, he don't give you approval, they see you like that, you buy from a robber, they will seize her. That means you don't belong and you don't join them. And everybody can also catch for prison. For water, for beach, when they can't grab 15, they go put for canoe, they travel go in that side. And they seize the seizer. They get checkpoint, no go only for come here, they get checkpoint to reach where they carry the fuel they go.
In Ilela, Sokoto State, our reporter came across child attendants at petrol stations who understand the business of selling to smugglers. The smugglers here have a safe passage from here through the porous borders used by herdsmen into Niger Republic. When contacted, Oyema Nwachukwu, army spokesman, told TheCable that it is illegitimate and a punishable infraction for any of its personnel to indulge or aid false smuggling across the borders. He also promised to investigate the matter. On his part, Joseph Atta, customs spokesperson, said the Nigerian Customs Service will not deal kindly with any operative found remotely connected with petroleum smuggling. He added that the service has been recording high-volume seizures of petroleum products in recent times, while strictly enforcing the 20 kilometers radius of the border for petroleum stations. On his part, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, police spokesperson, requested for the names of officers allegedly involved in such acts of economic sabotage to enable the force investigate the matter.